Welcome back to Lala Pods. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
How are
I'm
you?
very good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. We missed you guys a lot. Hope you are enjoying our episodes. Today's episode is going to be about unconventional skills that we did not got from school and we were forced to get them through life manually. Right?
Exactly. Very, very true. I really wish if some of these were like literally taught, by someone or
Yeah.
at least briefed about these things by someone, but we missed that. And actually, we learned from
Yeah.
our life experiences, and it's not even
In a
fully
hard
in a
way.
very hard way lesson learned.
Yeah.
It's not even learned completely, but still we are on the way, on the
Yeah.
go.
We are still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very so. Yeah. So, what do you think about all these skills, talents that we supposed to learn from school, which we are already very, very late?
Yeah. See, on general, we would say like in school, personally, I did have a very good time. I did have a best memories over there. Also, I did come up from there with good friends, and it stayed for a quite long relationship with them. And actually, it was in general good, but it was missing a lot of things that it was important for us to get them as early as possible because it was going to help us in our future, in our life. We did got the math, we got the science, we got philosophy, we got a lot of things, but we did not got the basics how to deal with reality.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
If I might say it in that words. And the moment we finished studying, for me, I did not go to university. I did not have that chance. So after high school, directly, I started working, and that's boom, the reality crashed on me. It was quite difficult because I didn't know how to handle things. I did not know how to handle situations. I didn't know how to talk professionally or to handle things professionally, if I would say. So I was needed to learn this from beginning again. I would ask this question for you as somebody who did finish her MBA, right?
Yeah.
I would love to know, after high school and you got your MBA, was there anything from that experience helped you on your career after that?
Okay, I studied. I grown up in India and I studied in India. So basically, after high school, that is higher secondary school. Then we have graduation, then post graduation. Okay, all these things had happened. So at the age of 21, I was pretty much free by schools and universities and everything. The only thing I have learned apart from academics, yes, we studied a lot of things, a lot of things. But apart from that, today when we are talking about these talents and skills, the only thing I think I learned was like kind of a bit of public speaking. Like they were like in university I had certain situation we have to have public speaking, like you have to address the people, you have to make speeches, you have to handle a crowd and things like that. And like at the moment right now, when I look back, I really feel if they were mentioned a bit more stuff in there, I could have achieved more things in my real life, like when I grow up to a workplace or in real life, especially when I wanted to say emotional intelligence, I would say, like literally.
Yes.
I came across a lot of points where I had to have conflicts just because I don't know to control my emotions or to judge the other person's emotion. If this was a topic in school, in university or high secondary school, this would help me a lot. I was missing this. Still now I'm struggling. I mean, don't you feel so?
We are still struggling. Yeah, I'm struggling. When you said that, the first thing came on my mind after I finished high school, when I started my first work, I was, I think, 18 when I just finished high school. The manager was, unfortunately, it was not a very good experience with him. He was tough. He was not kind. He was not nice, and sometimes he was crossing the lines by talking bad or talking with high voice and everything. So I remember one day I went home so pissed off. Like after the duty, I was like so pissed off. And I told my mom everything, and I asked my mom to call him and handle him, that I don't want to go there anymore.
Oh my God. Okay, reached that point.
So I told my supervisor.
Yeah.
I told my mom I needed help. Like, I don't want to go there anymore. I don't want to handle this guy anymore. I don't want to see him anymore. I don't want to talk to him anymore. So call him, deal with him, and let him know that I'm not coming
Yeah,
back to
not
work.
interested anymore.
Yeah, because looking at that now, that's a huge difference. Like now, after all the years of experience, I wouldn't be dealing with the same
Of course, you
the
will
same way
deal
how I
it by,
did
yeah,
before.
yeah, yeah. I get that. I
Yes,
get that.
because when I was in school, either when I was in Morocco, because I finished my high school in UAE, but when I was in Morocco or in UAE, we did not have any kind of activities that encouraging us to talk to publics. Like all the activities, it was like like just in the class with classmates,
Yeah.
and it was very small conversations. And in UAE, every morning there was like a morning routine where you have to sing the national song and then a small journal in the morning. I was traumatized by that because my accent, it was not the same. So it was like once in a while, maybe once in every 2 months, maybe it's gonna be my turn to say
Understood.
something on that day.
Understood. That was trauma for you.
And because I was not, yeah, that was traumatizing me. One, I was not liking that. Two, my accent was not very clear to everybody. Three, it was very, like all the school was listening. It was separated from girls and boys. So even boys, they were able to hear us, what we were saying. So the best thing for me to handle that situation is to read whatever it is as fast as I can.
Oh.
And at the end, nobody understood what did I say. Because it was horrible.
Yeah,
it was
we
horrible,
didn't
horrible
get
in every mean way.
Yeah, we haven't got that pretty good opportunity to train ourselves to become a public speaker, because public speaking is actually a talent. It's a skill.
It's a talent, and it is very important.
It is very
very important.
Yeah.
Because you are dealing with public, so the first thing the world is going to teach you is how to talk to public.
Exactly.
And sometimes still to now struggling with this.
I get it.
Should I talk or should I just like stay quiet? I am on general not in a shy person, but when it does come, for example, for a huge group of people, I don't like to be pointed.
Yeah, you don't want to be the center of attraction.
I'm gonna be just like saying something, and I'm just gonna turn so red, and I'm just gonna fuck up everything, and I'm just gonna regret, and I will be having this scene repeating on my mind for a very long time.
I get it.
So I hate that.
Yeah, I understood. Yeah. I understood your point, and which is very, very clear. If this particular talent, or if there is a segment in school, how to handle public, or how to become a good public speaker, I think that would be great. I mean, I still don't know what's happening in school at the moment, and I really hope there are some changes that happened in the syllabus, because if they are still going on the syllabus what we were going through, that's outdated for a big time. Because the world is evolving. Things are digital. So, like every now and then you see a creator, but back then in our school time, it was so hard to see a celebrity, because the celebrities were only the people in the movies. Now everyone is celebrated. Like, if you out there in the social media, you just become one person who everybody knows you. So this talent should be learned, and I think it's very important at the workplace as well. And when I want to say, I want to connect this to the emotional intelligence again, because I'm still struggling. I'm a very emotional person, and there are like millions of things on a daily basis. You don't have to take that to your head. You just have to see it, go through, and that's it. So I mean, this needs to be taught in the school as well, and I think it's a big missing. Don't you think so?
It is. I agree with this. I agree with this, because how many times until now, until this moment, I did have a conversations in my head that I could not
deliver
it at that time. Oh God, it sucks, and sometimes it's like I'm losing my sleep because of that.
Yeah,
it's keeping me awake.
Yeah,
like especially when there is like some kind of a problem in the family, or it was a problem at workplace where I did not say anything, or I did not talk about it, or I did not say what I think. Oh dear Lord, this conversation, I keep repeating it on my head until I'm done.
Yeah.
And it's not good. Mentally, it's not good.
Yeah, it sucks. I can understand that.
This is one of the things. I think it's also because it does come with the boundaries as well, because we were not learned how to keep boundaries.
No, it was
like
never
even
a
at
thing.
workplace, it was never a thing. Like you cannot say no to your boss to anything.
Yeah.
Whatever he does ask you, whatever he does want you to do,
Yeah.
you cannot say no.
Yeah.
Like there is no boundaries, and that's a very worst thing to do if you are not having your boundaries. One
Yeah,
second,
go ahead,
because
go
my
ahead,
daughter,
go
she's
ahead,
crying out.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
So that's what we were saying about boundaries, that it was never a skill that we got from anywhere until we really start to see that actually it's a
Yeah.
lot. We shouldn't be handling
Yeah.
all this. And I remember the first time ever I said no to that boss, he didn't take it well.
Yeah.
He didn't take it well at all. Like he was so angry because I said no to something. And I'm trying as much as I can to take that skill and put it, like to use it,
sure.
because it's important. It's important, and I shouldn't be letting somebody, whoever is he, to cross the line with me, either speaking loud or in a bad way, or at any way. I'm trying as much as I can to keep my boundaries up
Closer.
to anybody.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
I think this should have been a segment or a topic in school, which they have literally forgot, because I think back in that time, I think it was not that important, or people there were boundaries. Yes, as I had some good teachers, like they were really good teaching certain things relatable to the life lessons and blah blah blah, but still the important things were still not there yet. And when we talk about it was not there, boundary, I think this is something so big, and it can have a huge impact on your life on a daily basis, because you should know.
The boundaries, it starts with kids.
Exactly.
Because from early age, they should know to put boundaries to somebody, especially if they don't know. In my place, either it was in UAE or either it was in Morocco, never ever there were a topic, it was called SA, brought up, and to inform kids about it, what they should do if something happened, who they should inform, who is allowed to touch what, who is not allowed to touch what.
Sure.
That's the first thing. So boundaries, for me, it starts from really, really early age. But here, actually, in Europe, we do that.
For us, it was not that important too. And what I remember when we talk about these boundaries, I'm not sure how exactly this is related. However, I came from a culture, especially in school, it was all about being the nicest person, like being the super cool, nicest person, saying yes to everything and obedient and pleasant and blah, 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 blah. And, the more you were trying not to hurt anyone, even if you are hurt in the worst way. You are hurt in a particular situation because of so many things, or because of someone else's behavior, but then you were being the pleasant one because that's what you've been seen, that's what you've been learned from others or your teachers and classmates and stuff. But I believe if I am able to stop something which is hurting me in my young age, I think I'm gonna be the most confident person in the room.
And strong
exactly
person.
Oh my god, like seriously, this is gonna be another level of my life that I'm gonna be revealing for myself. So I think this should be a very important thing, and I would really for example, like I'm not sure whether I'm going to be raising someone very soon or whatever. If I ever get a chance, I'm going to be the biggest teacher to them. Like I will teach everything that I've been missing in my early age.
That's very true. Like, see, my kids now are 2 years and a half and 1 year and a half, my daughter. And right now, they are playing with each other. And sometimes one of the brother is just like...
being bossy.
Playing with his brother with a toy and just putting it somewhere on his place. And I'm telling to other brother, I'm telling him, no, you should tell him, no, do not touch that and do not play with that. And if one of them, he took his toy and it was not for him, I'm teaching the other boy as well to tell him, no, it's mine.
Yeah.
Everybody's having his own toys and everybody needs to take care of his own toys.
True.
So this is a very simple thing to start for a kids, which I encourage a lot, because what I got to know, school is not going to be able to teach us 100% whatever we need. So it's actually our responsibilities as a parents to teach the rest and the most importance to our kids, to make them a healthy people, strong people, confident people, to be able to live their life as it should.
That's very true, because we were too busy. For example, for me, when I studied back in early 2000, it was too busy learning unnecessary stuff. I don't say all of them were unnecessary, but majority of the topics were like super unnecessary. For example, let me tell you this. Most of my friends will be able to relate to this from India, or the same syllabus or curriculum we were sharing. Ninth grade, like you are approximately 13 to 14 years old, and there is a chapter in biology class. There is a chapter about reproduction. All right. So our biology teacher, nicely, she was saying, okay, this is not that important. You go home and read and you're done. Because she was so shy to explain, because back in India, I studied, like majority of kids are studying in a mixed school. So I'm sitting with a guy, and so she was,
oh my goodness.
So I'm sitting with a guy, so I have guys left and right. So probably the teacher was so shy to explain this.
It's the exactly same thing, because I was in Morocco at the time, and it was in science and biological things as well, the same thing. And it was a picture for everything on men's body and everything on women's body. And I was like nervous how we are gonna talk about this in the class.
My teacher ignored this.
We went to that class. Hold on. We went to that class and we opened the book. We are starting here to see how she's gonna open
the topic,
right? She said, so simply she said, we will turn this page because this page is not for our, it's not in our program. So we will be doing the next after that. And basically that's what we did, and we never got to know what's happening in our body or men's body.
Exactly.
We
skipped the entire important part.
And we just moved to the
other. Just because the teacher is not feeling confident enough to explain the body part and how that work and how these parts gonna function. This was a huge missing. Like let's say
huge topic, and it is important, because this is what we need actually to know. We don't need to know in philosophy what other people were thinking, or in Arabic it was like about
it might help to an extent, but there are basic things we need to focus on, because I'll tell you why it was this important talking about anatomy and reproduction situations. The guys found different way to get to know the details, like my experience, like my classmates after school or something, what I found, they were finding unauthorized platform to learn what is sex. Watching porn, basically, because the teacher was not confident enough to explain this is what happens and blah 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 whatever. So people will be like leaving the important behind just because they were thinking that this is not going to happen in the future, or
it's not important. And first, them by themselves, they did not have that confidence to talk about it. They did not have that courage to talk about it. They were shy. They were not having that public speaking skills with them. So
they miss it. And I think
we missed this entire class because of them.
True. I'm so surprised it was the same thing in your country, because
because on this, I do not remember which grade it was exactly, but I remember that grade I was in Morocco, so we were mixed, because in Morocco as well it's mixed. So the teacher was like, I'm not handling this shit
Really?
with
Oh
everybody
my
here.
God.
Let's
You know,
turn.
we still talk about it.
And I cannot tell you I cannot tell you aftermath, like if anybody tried to figure something by his own, because everybody was so shy to talk about it, and we just handled like it was never existed.
I know. So basically, this is for us, we still talk about it and make fun of it because, you know, everybody remember the 9th grade last chapter. Everybody remembers.
You know what? If he did not bring it up, I was completely forgetting it. I completely forgot about it.
I know.
Like,
I know. It never existed because it was never important.
Like it never existed.
Yeah, it was never important.
It was never important. It was never important. Yeah. So that's also very important to.
I think it's getting better now
in our skills boundaries.
Yeah,
it is getting better. I do believe it is getting better, and I'm hoping it is getting better, because I have no idea still how schools here, actually, because my kids are still young. They were not accepted this year for school, so I'm gonna start to know about it next year. I will get to know
even
more.
Though the advantage of this generation, even though if the teacher is not ready to explain it in a way, in an educational way, they have still content out there in YouTube or, you know, public platforms.
They have content in YouTube, in social media. ChatGPT right now is in everywhere.
So you'll get to
like
know.
We have a lot of other resources. Yeah, they have a lot of other resources available for them to use it. Unless our time where we didn't have that, it was just our teacher, and it was just the beginning of Google at that time and internet. So we couldn't dare to search something like that on the internet, especially in the cyber, like in a public internet. So yeah, we didn't do that. What is other skill that
I think basic money management wasn't there.
Oh yes.
Like,
I mean, like we did learn a lot about mathematics, but
not to handle.
How to handle how to handle really numbers? No.
It was never a thing.
That. I'm not sure if people who they finished their school after high school and they got into economy, did they get this opportunity or not? But for me, at least until high school, I didn't. And I'm still till now trying to figure it out.
Because we never learned.
Easy, but
we are in this together.
Yeah. You know what? That's a very interesting. I really do not know her name, but she's a mom and she's in TikTok, and she did bought like a book with envelopes inside, and she divided into three expenses. It was like three things, and her kids are really young, like 6 and 7 age, and she's giving them like a weekly allowance, and she's giving it to them, and they should divide it into three things.
Wow. Like
for saving into bank account and budget.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness, I love this idea, and I'm just hoping when my kids will reach that age, I will still remember something like that, and I needed to pass it to my kids, because it's something I didn't get a chance at all to learn.
No, it was never.
And probably when I will do it to my kids, probably I'm gonna do it with them. Like I'm gonna do it for myself as well.
Lord.
Because I need that. Yes.
Oh my God.
Probably I'm gonna teach myself with my kids at the same time. That's a genius idea.
Yeah.
Like to put this idea on a kid's mind at this young age, how important it is.
You know,
how important it is.
This is what I see. You never got a basic budgeting ideas or never learned how to handle money, and you somehow pass your university or college, whatever, you made a job, you started getting your own money, and you're overwhelmed. You really don't know what the fuck you're gonna do with the money, because you just gonna spend it in a way that you never save a penny.
It's unnecessary.
So this comes from something that you have never learned, or you never thought about it.
It probably we will not put it as 100% a school or problem, because it's part from us as well, because after that, to be honest, I have tried a lot of time to be so hard on myself and just like double think about every single thing, and most of the time I fail.
Yeah, because we haven't got the discipline yet. See, financial discipline is something that you have to attain it by I don't know, probably monitoring yourself and your each and every spendings. You know, all of a sudden one fine day you cannot do it. I'm a living example. I tried and I'm materially failing, and nearly 30 and I'm reaching a point where I'm gonna restart, and it's kind of happening. So, if you
Yeah.
learn this on your early age, trust me, I mean, this
It's gonna
discipline
help
is gonna
you. Oh
help
my
you
goodness.
throughout
Yeah.
your life. And even though I don't say
Yeah.
this is a 100% thing from your school, because your family, your parents should teach you for sure. But
Yes.
unfortunately, my parents couldn't, because they were like struggling to get the life done. So if a tiny part is there
And
in your school, it's gonna
for me,
help.
it true. And for me, that's what I was gonna say. It's kind of an important thing to be brought up in
Yeah,
school.
exactly. Oh, wait. We had. Oh, okay. Oh my God. If I don't say this, probably my friends or my schoolmates were gonna slap me. All right. We had a thing. Oh my goodness, I shouldn't say this. We had a thing. All right. We had a thing. In high school, we had a thing that you need to keep up money in the school, and end of the school each year they're going to return back to you because as your savings.
Oh,
Yes. This is called
that's a very good idea.
yes, they did this. Oh my goodness, they did this. And
We
every
didn't have
year,
anything like
yeah,
that.
every year, one of the student who has more money, like obviously there will be a limit. For example,
Yeah.
sometimes kids can steal parents' money and deposit in the school to become the famous one. No, so there was a limit. For example, you were not allowed to give 50 rupees, which is like nearly 15 to 20 dirhams in a month. So the money was very less, and you need to deposit every month, like whatever you get from my parents or your cousins or whatever it is. And end of the year, when you pass school, you will get that money to move on to the next class. Oh my God, was there? Maybe they were trying, and I missed that class.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
That's a very brilliant idea, actually. It's a start. At least they were something.
Yeah.
They did try something, which is hands down. It's
It
good.
was not there. It was not there in your country. I just remembered. I was like, oh my God, am I missing something? Then I just remember.
Yeah.
But then, yes, it didn't make much sense because it was not that great, because it didn't make any impact on me. I mean, come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it their fault because it did not make any impact on you?
No, it was not effective enough.
I'm sorry. I'm just asking out of curiosity because they tried something, girl. They tried something. At least.
They did. Oh, I'm so sorry to my school. I'm sorry. I missed this part.
And this girl, she even forgot that they did something
Yeah,
like
they
that.
did something like that. Oh my God, they were trying. They were really
Hold on.
trying.
Let me just try to remember
Maybe
if I forgot something. But no,
No?
we didn't have anything like that. No.
I don't know the.
I mean,
I don't know the
if
name
there
in
is
English.
any friend, if there's any friend from school that they got to know me through the years, if anybody is watching, and probably if I forgot it, please let me know in the comments.
Yeah,
but as
please.
far as I know, no, we didn't.
Yeah?
We didn't have anything like that.
I was
No.
just recollecting this beautiful memory because there was
Okay.
few guys, they were always first, like they have a lot of money. Not a lot of money, let's say like 1,000 rupees, which is equivalent to sometimes in a month 50 dirham, something like tiny money.
Okay.
But I think the
Yeah,
school was
yeah.
trying to embrace the talent of saving money or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
clearly
yeah,
didn't affect me
yeah,
at all.
yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is at least they did something. That was a good
Yeah.
thing. The other skill
Basic life
that I want to
skills.
talk
Yeah.
about is
Go ahead.
yeah. The another one I want to talk about it is negotiating.
We were never
That
allowed to
was
negotiate, by the way.
something. Yeah, that was something never it was allowed in my house. If something was offered, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot negotiate maybe something more, maybe something less, maybe something replacing that. No, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Either it was I don't want to talk about it anymore, but because we lived in my grandparents' house, so my mom, she was not having her own
Yeah.
word. Like, everybody was deciding for us, and everybody was to put his nose in our life, and everybody was need to suggest everything on our life. And the most responsible person at that time, it was my grandma. So the grandma, when she will say something, for example, if something was decided for that, it's done. You like it, you don't like it, it's on you.
It's all okay. All okay. I was just double checking.
Okay, so it can be, for example, for food. It can be for a lot of very, very, very simple and very, very basic things. We were never allowed to negotiate anything about it, and that's how it was in school. Like, it was never something brought up to talk about it. I do remember some of topics. It was like we have to be like a group of four. Like, it was kind of an activity in school. Like, we have to be a group of 4 or 5 or maybe more, and we have to be negotiating a topic. We have to discuss it.
It's like a debate. It's more of a debate.
Exactly, but to negotiate something, it wasn't a thing. Or how to negotiate, it wasn't a thing until I started working. Basically, I was not negotiating because I didn't have boundaries. I didn't have public speaking like skills. I did not negotiate in everything. So most of the time, the most easiest solution for me is to quit.
Yeah, understood. I think I have things to add on to it, because I believe, as a person, like at the right now, from all of my life experience, in order to negotiate something to somebody, no matter what it is, it can be like some job or remuneration or anything like that. I think you need to have a very strong validation on your side that you know that you deserve this, so you are going to negotiate. Because for me, like, I have acquired that position that right now, if someone is going to offer me something, that it has to be what I want. Otherwise, I'm just going to say about it, or I'm just going to ask more, or I'm just going to but then I think what is missing from the school time, like, let's say, okay, you need to know how to talk things that you need in a way that you're going to let that person know this is important to me. Because I have seen people negotiating in a way that they lose, because the other person obviously think it's not necessary, or if it's not the other person is not deserving it. So I think this is something
That's very true.
Can be a topic back in school, that we've been taught in a good way, that we could put it in our own life, real life, and make that happen.
I would say that, and I would be honest with that. Like, in a very example thing, when you start working and when you start talking about either salary, for example, it's a very important topic to be brought up in an interview, right? I am 31 years old, and through the all experience I had till now, I never even once negotiated for a salary, because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to open this conversation, and I don't know how to handle
it. Understood.
Never ever. And I'm not sure if one day I'm gonna be able to do it or not.
Of course you are.
Probably, if I did have another interview, for example, on the future, I'm probably gonna try to prepare myself with you, just like to see
how you're gonna do it,
how I'm supposed to handle.
How you're gonna do it.
How I'm supposed to handle that conversation, because I'm literally zero experience on that. I never ever did it. So
I on a remuneration party, as I've been through there, and I had few negotiations which I succeed in. Still, I'm missing a lot, because I know, as a person, I know how much I am capable of. But then, just because you don't know to put the words in a correct manner to impress the other person, you're missing a whole life.
That's very true. Right? You're missing a whole life, and it can like change completely this conversation into money. And because I don't know what's gonna be the reaction of the
other person
next to me. Is he gonna take it professionally? Is he gonna take it bad way? Is he gonna take it in a good way? Because I don't know how it's gonna be his reaction. I was all the time so scared to open this conversation.
I do have at the moment, I have like amazing colleagues. Oh my god, their choice of words when they talk, when I'm being with them in the same room, I know. Oh my god, it's so inspiring how they talk and get things done. Love. Oh my god, this is another level. And I think it comes with more of communication skills, because definitely you need to know communicate so well in depth. And the choice of words, because you cannot choose any random words and make yourself clear.
You can't. Oh my goodness. And especially when you are in a completely different country and you are speaking in a language, it's not yours. Oh.
Our serious podcast is getting into so much funny.
Yes, it's not funny, but it is funny at the same way. I mean, like, how do you want me to negotiate with somebody in French, like telling him about the salary? Like,
Yeah, I think you need to prepare. But I think your French level is already so advanced. You speak well, right?
it is advanced, but
The vocabulary.
yeah, I do speak it very well. Yes, I do speak it very well. But I mean, like, to go that deep in the professional words,
You need to
No.
do some research.
no. I need to do some efforts on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
To be honest, I really need to do some efforts on that.
Okay, so I think
And I'm gonna do
definitely.
that. Yeah,
I know.
that's gonna be something I should note it because I need to work on that.
Okay, I'm proud of you.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna help each other.
it's okay. Even at 30s, at 40s, whatsoever, whatever age you are, it's always okay to start from somewhere.
Absolutely, I agree on that. Okay, that's some
Yeah.
courage you put right there.
Yes. The last for me, I as far as I remember, the last skill I want to talk about is memory. How to memorize things. How do you do
In
that?
depths of what?
Like, for example, you have a lot of work to do. Let's start from work. You have a lot of work to do. How do you keep track on everything?
Reminders. My phone is full of reminders. Trust me. In the beginning, when I started job in, let's say in this facility, like in healthcare, the current place where I work, when I started my job right there, everything was fine. I could remember things. But now my responsibilities are getting higher and higher on a level.
Higher and higher.
I have to put reminders. Like I have like 10 to 15 reminders on my phone. And I don't know whether you're talking about the same thing, but memory, what you meant?
In general, like that's kind of work. Like, for example, here in our life, here in France, everything you need to do it's within appointment. It can be anything you want, like in papers, administration papers, whatsoever. You need to take an appointment with that. Even if you need to check with your insurance company, you need to take an appointment with that. So that's something I have never used it in my life before, but I have two things I use every single time. I have this, like every year I have to change it. And I have a notebook where it's like a calendar also, where I have to take it with me every single where, because it's a huge thing. And I do not know how to memorize things. Like, I do have kind of good memory, but not that great memory to remember. You know, life it's huge.
Is.
Like, it's
especially
full of
you, because you're busy with people. Like you have kids. That's
kids, personal life, appointments, and every single thing. So it's kind of hard for me, and I was not also taught how to organize this. I need to learn it for myself as well, like organizing things like that. It was not also.
I have a daily practice. I'm doing it since ages now, and this is also helping me. And my husband, like literally, my husband asked me like a few weeks ago, and I told him this, and he was like looking at me like this is something that he's gonna do also on a daily basis. When I wake up, there was a time I wake up from my phone and I will just go through social media and walk around and brush, take shower, whatever. But it's been quite a long time. This is my practice and my daily routine. When I wake up in the morning, I am organizing my thoughts and my priorities. Until I get ready, I don't use my phone, watch anything, listen to music, whatever. No, I am organizing myself for the entire day and for the coming days, because I need to prepare here in order to make that happen.
Yeah.
And my husband,
you are so right.
yeah, and my husband was asking,
and it's impressive.
My husband was asking, Alarm, I'm just forgetting everything. And I said, yes, I think I know why. Because the moment he wake up, he's waking up like this, going to the washroom like this. And I told him, like, can you just practice this one day? Like, just wake up and process your things.
It's actually a very good habit to take. It's a very good thing to do, because we are having bad habits. And that bad habits, it's actually affecting our lives in many different ways that we did not recognize. It's because of that. So this is a good thing and impressive things to do
Yeah,
actually when
I
you start
find
in the
it
morning.
very helpful. I find it very, very helpful because my morning thoughts are so fresh and my brain is so fresh because I got enough sleep and I think I have room for bigger tasks and things, and I just keep it organized here. And most of the time, that's the time where I put reminders for my daily task. And if
Yeah.
and time to time, I have a habit like every 3 months, I will just double check if there is anything needs to be changed. For example, like passport. Like passport can be expired. These important details I check like every 3 months. These I let's say like it's more than few years now I'm on this track, which is helping me so
That's a
much.
very good thing
Yeah.
actually. I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can only
Yeah.
imagine. Definitely it's
And
gonna
I
help.
think
I would love to try that.
that's gonna you will feel the difference. This is gonna help you a lot because there was a time I leave things behind at work. There was a time because I forgot, but touch wood, I'm not forgetting things
Yeah.
right now because I do have a clarity on my task and my responsibility because I'm utilizing my morning time so well. And I will make up, you get ready, you got pretty few hours to understand and things, and this is helping me, and I think my husband will
That's a
also
very
follow
good
that.
thing.
Yeah. But when we talk about
Yeah,
memory,
that's a very good thing.
yes, we could have done something bigger in school, something like this, keep you. I just remember something.
To keep us organized.
I just remember something. In school, they used to let us write journal on a daily basis. You remember? You had that?
No, I was having my own journal, but it was never
From the school?
questioned like by school.
Oh,
no.
Okay. In India, in my, I think from the very young age, I think it's third or fourth standard, when you are 6 or 7 years old. From then, that you will be given a diary which you need to log down every important incidents, and
Yeah.
you need to journal down. It was there. I think it was helping
That's
us
a
to
good
get
thing.
organized. I mean, it was there in school. I still remember. I don't know whether he had that. I'm sure pretty much because the syllabus was
That's
similar.
very impressive.
Right?
That's very
Yes.
impressive. That's
I
really good
had
thing to
that,
do.
guys.
Yeah. We also, something we didn't have as well, like we didn't know how to put our thoughts in a paper. It
Okay.
was
Okay, it was pretty
yeah,
much
it
there. I
was
just,
it was
I'm
it was
recollecting. Oh my God, yeah.
Here, comparing to us, you guys were a little bit more advanced.
I think
I
so.
would say.
Yeah, when I hear that right now,
Yeah.
when I think about things, I think yes, pretty much. We had many things, and probably it was my fault that I didn't take advantage of any of that.
Yeah, see, so you got some stuff which was kind of important,
Yeah.
and you just, if you could practice it more at the early age, you could get more benefits
True,
of that.
true, very true.
For us, unfortunately, whatever I have discussed,
It
as far
wasn't
as
there.
I remember, we
was
didn't.
there.
No, it wasn't there. No, it wasn't there, and it was impacting our lives in the future, in real life, when we got in touch directly with the world outside, either at work, colleagues, friends, whatsoever. So, if you want to wrap up this episode, and what do you want to say?
I want to say, I think I want to say to the people at our age, because probably they might have went through the same curriculum that we went through, because it was not
Yeah.
that advanced, it was not
Yes.
that helpful. So you got time right now because you got a lot of resources like this podcast and other
Exactly.
podcasts. There are people talking about many things, life lessons, organization, how to get organized, and money management or financial
Yes.
discipline, so many things. And it's never late. It's never late to learn these things and get this
Exactly.
happen on your own life, because this is going to help you a lot.
Exactly.
And each step is small, because we are also, like, both of us, me and Lamia, we both are like learning every day, like it's tiny steps.
Yes.
So these things we miss in school, but we're gonna get ourselves prepared for our huge long life by learning ourselves out there. That's it. I think that pretty much we can do. What else?
Exactly. If I don't have anything else to add, because whatever you said, it's exactly what was in my mind. Just see whatever skills you are missing and you are not doing good at it. Try to work on that and prioritize it, because if it's something gonna add to your personality, go for it. And it can be adding you to be confident, like to validate yourself more, to be able to speak in public, to be able to keep your boundaries, to be able to communicate with others without being shy or being stressed or being whatsoever. You really just try to figure out what are your skills that you need and work for it one by one.
That's very true.
From podcasts, from internet, from everywhere. And trust me, I think you are gonna reach somewhere. You are gonna be noticing a difference on your life. So it's worth a try.
Yes, it
right?
is. And guys, important note, my goal right here, Glams by Lams. Go ahead and follow her, watch her videos, because she's pretty much becoming famous at this point. She's receiving PRs and she's just gonna live her life. Guys, trust me, this is gonna be very interesting. Go ahead and check it out, and also do not forget to subscribe us.
Yes, please. Your engaging. You're engaging with our videos. Yeah. And commenting to our videos, telling us what you are thinking, follow us in our journey, and keep us with your thoughts, and just share with us whatever is going on in your mind. We are going to be really appreciating this. Follow us, like our videos, comments, keep giving us more suggestions, tell us more about skills that we may forgot about it and we did not talk about it, memories from your high school. That's going to mean a lot to us. And yes, follow me on TikTok. I'm going to put my account down here below.
Yeah, you just keep it there. And that's all, guys. That was a lovely chat with my co-host, co-podcaster Lamia, and we are gonna sign off. Until then, bye.